Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Heroes of LiU University, and we are now in the semi-finals. If you are just joining us, my name is Tetcher, and I am joined by Spiffy.
Yeah, we're going into the semifinal game between Medballs and uh, Papastama, if I'm saying that correctly.
Papa Stammer, Papa Stormer. I think we should just have a different pronunciation every time we say it, personally. Sounds like much more fun. And the stream is frozen on my end, so I will attempt to get that back. Until then, you may have to solo for a sec.
Yeah, it looks fine on my end. They're still in the deck selection screen, so nothing happened yet. So you should have a little bit of time to get that back together.
Yeah, I believe I've just caught up. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna refresh just in case.
So yeah, they're just playing around with some settings, making sure everything's right before they start their game.
Okay, there we
Uh,
go. Stream is no longer frozen on my end.
Let me see if we can get the decks that Papastama is playing.
I believe they said that it will be Warrior versus something else.
It looked like he was going with the Hunter first, but I'm not sure if that's was only for the yeah, it looks like Warrior vs Hunter.
Fair enough. It's not too bad. I will join you with that once these adverts have got out of my face.
So this matchup is definitely been a little bit more balanced now that Hunters have a better better early game, I guess. But Warriors running that unstable ghoul kind of
It's a
ruins
really good
Unleash
card,
combo.
Warrior, nowadays.
Yeah, ruins that Unleash combo, keeping the shield slime actually.
It looks like they're finally sorted on their settings.
Yeah, and
Or, well, still
Pablo
fiddling
deck
with
is
things.
called Pay to Win, and he has an all golden deck, so he did pay to win.
Indeed, seems so.
So he's debating between the Unstable Ghoul and the Fiery War Axe. I think the Unstable Ghoul is actually a card that you actually might want to save for later. So I think the
Yeah,
War Axe might be a little
save it
bit better
until you
here.
have an Acolyte. It doesn't he's going to play Acolyte, the Unstable Ghoul, but it's a nice card to save for when you have Acolyte of Pain or an Armor Smith on the board.
Yeah, or just anticipating an Unleash the Hound's turn.
Yes. Well, if he has two, it's not a huge deal. And wow, we have Buzzard and double Unleash the Hounds in his hand already, and a Hungry Crab. It's a
Oh,
play, I guess.
he could have played it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
he
play.
does decide to play it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's actually gonna get a lot of value out of this Unstable Ghoul because his opponent's hand is Unleash and Buzzard. That that combo is pretty dead until that Unstable Ghoul dies.
Yeah, needs to take it down. And we have a Death's Bite in Papa Stomach's hand as well. So he actually has another decent clear for this, as long as he plays it soonish.
Yeah, he does have the Acolyte now, as we were saying earlier. He will be able to draw an extra card, probably an extra two cards because he's probably going to attack into the Haunted Creeper, just in case it's the Houndmaster.
This is quite likely.
He's
So
actually going
let's
to
say
Whirlwind first.
they're gonna
There we go.
whirlwind. Yeah, not playing the
Papa is one of
whirlwind
those
to keep
players that
everything.
has those makes Hearthstone a high APM game with the fast mouse movement.
It has full sensitivity.
2000 DPI.
Yeah, it's got one of those extra high DPI mouses just so he can move quicker to play a
Yeah,
card game. Pulls
but a bit of
another
a slow
death bite.
start for Medball. Not really getting anything going yet.
No, pretty much just waiting for his opponent to get minions so he can start swarming. But it looks like Papastoma playing around this mostly, just killing off stuff when he needs to, keeping his minion count not too high. Gonna get more card draw out of this Acolyte. That's the max amount of card draw he can get. Very nice.
Yeah,
And a lower fib. That's gonna
and
delay the Hound turn.
yeah, a delay by another turn. Probably be able to develop that Sludge Belcher.
The Sludge Belcher is likely going to be the next play, unless he decides to shield block. He can shield block into shield slam to take care of this Savannah high main quite quickly. And
Yeah,
that
it's
looks like exactly what he's going to do.
not a bad way to take care of it. To get rid of it early.
Indeed, unless it looks like he's what he's going to do. Run in, take out one of the hyenas. He can actually just run this Acolyte into it and then Whirlwind or Cruel Taskmaster to kill it off. That's what he's going to do. Get
Yeah,
even more card draw. Harrison Jones.
Ooh, Harrison Jones, that will stop the Eagle Horn bow. I don't actually remember seeing Medball run that Eagle Horn bow.
I don't think he does, even though he runs quite a few secrets, so you'd
Yeah, he does
expect
run the
him to.
traps, but we didn't.
No,
I'm not sure how far into the deck that we went to.
yeah, there's
That
Leroy.
passes.
And there's Kill Command. Still no bow. Gonna Hunter's Mark on that lower fib though, allow the Hound to kill it off and send the other one into the face, begin work on that armor.
Yeah, it's gonna actually make it without that hunter's mark. Gonna make it a little bit harder for him to deal with that sludge belcher coming up. But he does have the kill command as long as the beast survives.
This is true, and this is very much a control warrior. We have a Ken Bloodhoof sitting in his hand there.
It looks like hovering over Deathbite and Acolyte. Looks like a pretty solid turn as long as he clears that buzzard.
Looks like it. And I'd like to point out, Control Warrior is probably one of the most expensive decks to build in the current meta. Because it
Yeah,
involves so many legendaries and quite a lot of Nax cards that obviously you have to pay to unlock the quarters.
yeah. When they say this deck's pay to win, it definitely is. This deck has every good legendary you could think of in it,
It's all
more or less,
golden. I
and golden.
can't even imagine how much money he spent on this. We have a Misha and a Leper Gnome on the field, though, so it's actually a fairly decent board here from Medicine Ball.
I feel like Medicine Ball has a good connection with Misha because he gets it every time.
He does. He is literally Rexar here. Just gets Misha anytime he needs her.
So you could go for the Death Bite here to clear and have that Whirlwind ready for the next turn. But I think he's hovering over the Shield Slime as well.
Both possible. I personally would play the Death Bite. Yeah, there we go. Plays Death Bite. Gonna run that into Misha. Clear the Leper Gnome with the Cruel Taskmaster? Or is he actually
Oh,
gonna leave
I,
it?
I think
There
he's
we go.
actually looking to get more value out of the Acolyte.
Yeah, he wants to save the Acolyte and deal 1 damage to it with the Death Spite rather than use it to clear the Leper Gnome, which is very nice. I like it.
Yeah, really get the card draw. Playing for the late game because he knows that's
He's
what the
getting an
control warrior
extra
does.
card draw, which is potential damage, potential clear, anything, in exchange for the extra 1 potential damage per turn he'd get from the Cruel Taskmaster.
Yeah, and you
Like
see
Straza
a
as
hero
well.
power pass from Medball, which is horrible, especially on a turn 9 play, and the Alex Straza comes out. Oh man.
This deck, this is so expensive. And there we go, gets the Death Spite, gets the extra card draw, and that's 10 health on turn 10 for
Yeah,
Medicine Ball.
bit
And
of a
there's Eagle
misplay
Combo.
playing the
There is a
Death Bite
weapon.
after Alex Straza. Well, I guess he wanted to get the damage in.
Yeah. So there is a weapon in this deck. There is an Eagle Horn Bow, and it looks like he could Hunter's Mark here with Unleash the Hounds. It looks like he's going to do that and Leroy just to get the extra hounds on the board. There's the Hunter's Mark. So everything on this board will go down. He can clear very nicely here with the hounds, and this is why Unleash the Hounds is such a good card. And
Yeah,
we've got a sorry here from Papa Stormer, feeling confident he can remove this fairly easily, which he can
I'm,
do. He has
I'm
lots
sure
deal
he
with it.
can.
Just got a sludge belcher it by the looks of it. Pretty confident. It's just spinning all over the place.
I know it's hard to
Oh,
see the
this
card.
is
Oh no, he
nice.
has lethal.
Oh, he does. Oh, yeah.
That's why he was saying it. I
Yeah,
didn't even
that's the
see.
thing.
He's
Surprised
hovering
you
over
could
his
see
cards so
time.
fast that I can't see what his cards are.
Yeah. Well played. Baba
Yeah, that was
Stoma
great game.
dominating that game. Control Warrior. Really, really good and really expensive.
Yeah, it's definitely a counter pick to the hunter. Hunters can't beat the armor. It's just too much life to go through.
Yeah, it's just too much extra stuff. You pretty much one of the best counters to Control Warrior is Control.
Yeah,
Or at least Zoo, something that can rush it down before it gets too much armor up. On the odd
yeah.
occasion, though.
I've been picking up priest recently, and I've actually had pretty good luck with the priest versus warrior matchup. I think it's a little bit in priest's favor.
Can outlast one of the few things that can outlast the warrior. It's very nice.
But the problem with this death battle deck is that they don't run holy fire, so it might be a little bit tougher to remove bigger threats.
This is true. And seeing the fiery Winax straight on turn 1 being coined out, just going to remove that Undertaker straight away. Doesn't want any buffing on that. No
No, it
nonsense.
doesn't want anything coming out of that.
No play
I like
here.
how you put in the fiery Winax.
That's what it's called. It's the official name. Blizzard have changed it.
Coming soon to all your games.
We have the Dark Cultist coming out for Medicine Ball.
He could
And
remove it though, pretty fairly easily.
Strip can just run everything into it, but that would mean the Armor Smith takes a lot of unnecessary damage that he doesn't really want. He really wants the Armor Smith to take like 1 damage per turn.
Yeah, so he actually might. He's considering the Taskmaster, maybe the Execute. Execute actually one of the most important cards in this matchup, though.
He is going to save the Execute, just run it, take the maximum of 2 armor from the Armor Smith unless he finds a way to heal it, which will be a miracle.
And a pretty empty next turn for Medball looks like, unless he's going to play Akanai on empty board. Well, he drew the
Yeah.
second one, so that made the play a little bit easier.
Yeah, so he knows he has a second one in case this one does get killed off, which it looks like Papa Stomach is hovering over, just going to execute it straight away. Remove that as soon as possible. Send the Armor Smith into the face.
Yeah, trying to keep the Armor Smith alive as long as possible to get maximum life out of it.
We're going to see a Sludge Belcher come out. Good defensive play. Brawl being drawn here, but it looks like Lower Feb is going to be the counterplay from Stomach here.
Yeah, that Lothar is actually not going to do too much to Medball, considering he has no spells in his hand. Oh, aside from the Thought Seal he just drew.
Yeah, but that's not Force is not going to be too useful in this situation.
No, but okay. The Thought Steal. Oh, he
Medicine
swells
Ball
a
just
little
squelching him,
squelch
yeah.
on Papa Stoma. The Thought Steal actually against the Control Warrior is actually huge because there's so many good things you can get from it. So I'm excited to see what he gets from that Thought Steal.
It might be this turn might actually be a good Harrison Jones turn. Not really no weapons to kill unless they get stolen.
Yeah, let's see Thought Steals for that weapon.
Yeah, so considering Lower Feb into the Sludge Belcher, and considering whether to play his own Sludge Belcher, Harrison Jones.
I'm not really sure if the Harrison Jones is actually pretty good here because if he has Akanai Circle, he's kind of just throwing away the Harrison.
This is true.
I think the Sludge Belcher is a little bit stronger of a play, but I don't know.
Yeah, Sludge Belcher, more defensive play, much safer. And he does save the Harrison in case a Fort Steel weapon does happen.
Yeah,
it is a possibility.
Is he going for the Thought Steal? That was actually going to kill off the Lothep first.
Yeah, he does have enough mana if he wants to play the Fort Steel. I think that might actually be his best move here, other than... Okay, no, gonna go for the Argent Defender. Gonna run these two into the Sludge Belcher, kill it off.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that was a pretty solid play still. They buff up the Akanai.
Very solid.
You have 4/5 taunt.
Very nice play there. Sylvanas Windrunner, pulled out by Papa Stomper. We've already seen Medicine Ball with an incredible Sylvanas play earlier from this deck, I believe.
For those of you who missed that, you guys want to make sure you watch that game.
That was a good game. I want to go back in the VODs when we find that. That was game 2, wasn't it? Or was that game 3?
Game 2. It was Priest versus Druid.
Yes, that was it. So we'll go back and find that later. Send it to Trollden, actually. That was great.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I have Trollden on Skype. I'll find the clip and send it to him. Until then, we're seeing Medicine Ball once again taking control of the board with the Sludge Belcher. It looks like now is finally time for Harrison Jones. He's still considering another play. He's looking through to see if he can get through this. Wondering if there's been 2 Arcanized played. But no,
he does know that there has been, yeah. Both Arcanized have been played.
So he's just going to play Harrison. Knows it can't be wiped out by at least that build. There's an Execute, though, for Medicine Ball, stolen with the Force Steel. Another Force Steel, Garrosh, Hellscream.
Gets it. Priest don't really have an activator for Hellscream, but it's still not a bad card to get.
We'll have to see what he's doing. Unstable Ghoul. Gonna assist the Loot Hoarder in its main job of dying.
As we were talking about earlier.
Indeed, Fiery War Axe has been pulled. It's an interesting play here. I definitely think Harrison Jones into the Sludge Belcher is the most efficient play. But then we're more. Oh, he's just gonna trade it.
Yeah, he's gonna get the draw. He's losing Harrison, but it's not really a big deal.
Is he gonna Whirlwind this? Yeah, he's gonna Whirlwind this maximum card
He's
draw.
actually gonna cycle the Whirlwind.
Oh, he's thinking about it. Yep, there it goes. Get extra hand draw. And clears the board in his favour. Gonna armor up as well. Good control here. And he now, however, doesn't have Whirlwind for Garrosh.
Yeah, but he does have that Death Bite. which is really
That
good.
is very nice.
Ooh, Cabal Shadow Priest able to steal that Acolyte, preventing him from drawing any more cards. And he's
He's
gonna
gonna get
actually
up
heal it
as
up too.
well. Gonna get some card draw of his own here. That would be a good thing for to target that Death Spite. Target with that Death Spite though.
Yeah. Now playing
It's
his own
another
loot
Death
horde.
Spite.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
really think Death Spite would be the best option here. Death Spite into the Acolyte of Pain, or well, he needs to use his weapon first. The one he currently has. And that would just
Yeah.
be efficient to kill off Acolyte.
It looks like he might
Armor
just
up.
armor up and kill the Acolyte and pass. Not
He
really
may
anything
just
else he could do.
pass. He's thinking about it. He's not sure. Yep, kills the Acolyte. Get a Death Spite up.
Not scared of his opponent having a Harrison at all if he's gonna play that Death by itself.
Yeah, gonna play it out. And next turn, he won't be able to use the Death Rattle from it to work with Garrosh too well, but he can play Garrosh next turn if he wants to. However, Medicine
Ooh.
Ball is gonna beat him to the punch here, and
Oh
it's
man.
hovering over Garrosh himself.
Making sure that he can't pop that whirlwind.
This is true. This is true. He's just thinking about it. So he's gonna go for the face first. Just pop everything.
Yeah, I
Now
mean aside from
considering,
this his only other plays would be Baron and Injured Blade Master.
looks
And
like that's what he's gonna do
he
instead.
actually
He's
might
gonna save
sample. No?
Garrosh.
Okay.
Looks like he's going to wait for one turn of Death Spite first before he plays Garrosh. That way his opponent can't play Garrosh. Or can't attack with that Death Spite for a second time, because that buffs it up and he doesn't want that.
Yeah, Medball actually saving a little bit of his hand. I think he's scared of that brawl.
This is true. So playing around the brawl, very wise decision. And there we go.
And if he's been keeping track, then he knows that he's been holding on to that card for a very long time.
Very safe play here. Shadow Word Death, very good here. So much removal from both players here. These Garrosh are going to die pretty much the turn they're out. They're going to get one attack off, and that's about it.
The sad part is that the priest won't really have an activator for it.
It's true. He has to rely on his opponent to do it for him. Unfortunately, Shield Slam does get pulled. Doesn't have enough armor to crush the Baron, though.
He actually could clear board right here. He could attack the Cabal Shadow Priest and execute the Baron Rivendare. I'm not really sure if that's what he's going to go for.
He could do that. He could do that. He could also play Garrosh on the same turn and still get the attack from it. Execute only costing 1. So he can clear the board and Garrosh to the face. Oh, is he going to play Garrosh first before he does this, though? Considering Brawl.
He might actually consider saving Garrosh to use it after Alexstrasza. Because he is thinning out his deck. I think he covered over it. He has 11 cards left in his deck. I think he actually might be looking for the Alexstrasza.
Very possible. Has an unstable ghoul. Considering that as well. And throws unstable ghoul, and he's going to throw it out of the brawl. So even if the unstable ghoul does die here, he's going to be able to kill off the loot hoarder at minimum. And the loot hoarder's the last one to live. That is perfect.
Oh, this is a good, clean board.
That was very nice there. Very nice. Making the best of the situation there. He was no matter what happened there, he would have been able to execute whatever survived. In this way, he was lucky and just got to save the execute. So very nice there.
So Medball still has a huge hand. Has only been dumping it out. Gonna play the Zombie Chow. It's not gonna get too much value though.
Finally, Garrosh is on the board. Gonna heal himself to full health and begin on. Babastoma attempting to greet his opponent, but the squelch is still in effect.
The squelch is still active, yeah.
So
doesn't really have a good clean play here.
He has Acolyte into Death Spite to the face into execute.
Yeah,
it's probably the most efficient way. That looks like what he's going to do. He still has another Death Spite of his own to buff his own Garrosh.
Yeah,
it's a faceless. Oh my god!
Faceless into an execute. Oh man.
That is harsh.
Great draw from that Acolyte.
So now it's time for that. Now it's definitely time for that Shadow Word Death. Or if he's feeling lucky, he could, if he wanted to, just go for a Sylvanas into Shadow Word Death himself.
He actually might heal the Grommash if he's going for this play right here.
He could do that. It's very possible. He's thinking about it. He's considering his options. He can execute the Acolyte of Pain into Sylvanas into Shadow Word Death, his own minion. His own Sylvanas, which would steal the Garrosh. He's thinking about that move, actually.
Does he want to commit 2 cards to that, though? knowing that his
Looks like
opponent
that
does
is
play
what he's
execute.
gonna do. Actually, he's gonna wipe it out. I think both executes have been played.
Did it? Has
I'm not sure though, but there we go. Gonna steal the garage for his own with that combo. I'm just gonna go for the face. Begin working his way down. And
yeah.
now, no executes. Trouble is here. He now needs to play. His best play here is Garrosh into Cruel Taskmaster and run Garrosh into Garrosh. Pretty much his only play, in fact.
Or he could because
He could
that'd be throwing
face
away his
and
win.
risk lethal.
Yeah, I think running Garrosh into Garrosh would be like throwing away a win condition. So I think
But
if
the
he
problem
wants to,
is his opponent currently has a win condition. If he can find 4 damage from anywhere, then
I think it's relatively hard for Priest to, without the Holy Fires being run in these new Death Battle decks. I think it's pretty hard for Priest to find 4 damage
true.
unless he has the double
Oh my
Holy
god,
Nova.
that's a risky play.
Yeah, I think this is the only way. He has to not throw away his win condition because these are his last.
Well, he now has lethal. If he can survive, he has lethal. There's Holy Fire. There's Holy Nova. That's not lethal.
It's not enough, but it is. Let's see. He'll have 16
Can
damage
he?
next turn.
Yeah, he can
So
heal himself out of lethal to start with. Oh no, no, he
actually,
can't because there's death
no,
spot.
he can't. It'll be 16. 16 damage.
Ooh,
I think it's over. That's it.
I think it is. He can heal himself and then Holy Nova, and he still won't have enough to survive.
Yeah, he'll be at 16, and that's definitely not enough to stay alive.
He's going for the face. Just going to try and do some
So,
damage.
so it's good
But
read on
yeah,
Papa Stamma's
that's
part,
it.
knowing that he's out of reach of dying.
He's going to heal himself. And there we go. That's it. That's GG. Well played by Papa Stommer. Gets Extraza as well on the last turn. Was waiting for it for so long. There you
Oh,
go. Gonna double buff it.
yeah.
Moves it up to 10, 12, dead. Well played.
Great read. Didn't throw away his win condition at all. Played it smart. Knew that the priest doesn't really have direct damage anymore, knowing that how the new decks are built. So it's good knowledge of the meta by Papa Stomma.
Indeed. Very well played there. Very nice. And it looks like there's going to be a Shaman as the attempted counter for this.
And this deck actually is pretty good. Shaman actually is pretty good against Warrior.
Well,
As
it
long
needs
as they're
to
able
be,
to,
it needs
you
to
know,
be because otherwise it's over. This is Medicine Ball's last deck.
yeah. So running the Cairn in Shaman might
It's
be
the first
another
time
Baron
we've seen
Riptide deck.
Shaman, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Ooh. That is exciting.
Cairn is
Lightning
not a
Bolt.
card you see all the time in a Shaman deck, so it might be another Death Battle deck of some
Could
sort.
be. Could be the incredible reincarnate ancestral spirit Baron Rivendare Leroy Jenkins combo.
We're gonna see some Hearth Children stuff right here.
Exactly.
Get,
That's
get
what we
your
can hope
recorders
for.
ready.
And Stable Ghoul. Oh my god, his Stable Ghoul
Oh.
Armor Smith is just so good.
So this is a
That's
very
such
strong
a good
opening.
turn on board. I can't really think of that much of better of a turn 2 board except for maybe Mana Worm into Mirror Image.
Yeah.
Other than that,
He even has the Acolyte on turn 3, so this is a
oh
great
my,
curve coming from Papastoma. He's going to get armor plus card draw.
this is difficult. He's gonna have to use his Earthshock just to try and deal with some of this.
Yeah, Urshock's definitely not a bad play.
The armor is happening though, just removing the card draw from the situation. Make sure
Yeah.
his opponent is just top decking. There's a Whirlwind. Okay, he can clear the board. Yeah, he can clear the board here with the help of Whirlwind.
hmm
Is he going to do it? He can play Whirlwind and Armorsmith too.
Oh, he's going to get a lot of armor from this. Too bad
Yeah.
he
Oh my god.
really good for Medball to Urshock that Acolyte, because he would have been in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. That. Oh my god. It's just this field. Just so much synergy at the moment is about to happen. Like the only bad thing that's going to happen from this is there's going to be a damage golem left after this.
Yeah. And he
Here
has
we
to
go.
kind of
Oh,
worry
don't
about
run that.
the Lightning
Don't
Storm.
do that fast. Yeah, that's fine. Armor up. Armor up.
Oh, I think we're going to be at around 12, I believe. Maybe higher, actually. Nope, it's
Even
going to be way
higher
more
because
than
of
that.
Whirlwind. Oh my god. The armor.
Actually,
There's
does
so
a
much.
clean board.
And yeah, he's
Clean
going
board
to
sweep.
clear the damage golem as well.
He is almost at 50 life.
Jesus. 19 armor on turn 4.
Oh man,
That's pretty nasty.
this is the shaman's worst nightmare.
Oh, do you have enough damage and long game longevity to get through this medicine ball? The control warrior proving its worth here. Fire
He's gonna need to
elemental
draw
gonna take it
insane.
down.
Yeah, that's a start.
Yeah, he's working his way down. But 20 armor, 50 life. He's made it.
I think he's fine face tanking 6 damage to the face. Honestly,
I don't think he needs to take such damage to the face. He can just keep go. He can just keep going and just play another sludge belcher and just defend for ages.
yeah.
Consider
See if he plans on taking out the Fire Elemental or playing the Sludge Belcher. He's running a little low on cards though.
he is. He doesn't
Usually,
have too much in his hand as of yet. Needs to wait a couple more turns to get some more draw.
considering that execute on that Fire Elemental, which is also kind of good if you're gonna play ahead on the following turns because that Whirlwind will take out the Haunted Creeper as well.
This is true. There we go.
Okay.
Just gonna play another sludge belcher. Keep his wall up. He can do that combo next turn. It's no rush. Wait to see if his opponent can buff it in any way or play something else equally as valuable. That can be Death Spited. Very nice.
Okay, gets
No.
the Lightning Bolt trade. Okay, so Medicine Ball is getting a little bit of a comeback here,
He's
and
beginning to work his way through the board.
Papa Stoma doesn't really have good follow up cards to this turn, but he has a 20 damage Shield Slam.
Nothing can survive that. Oh my god. So he's just going to begin working his way through everything. Not going to execute. Is he going to execute the fire
He's
elemental?
actually
No, he's not. Going to
not even
save it.
gonna Shield Slam it actually.
But the thing
I
is, he
think he
can just.
knows.
Yeah, he can just run both the taunts into it. He's
Yeah,
pretty good.
he feels safe enough to not do it at all. Doesn't really
Well,
want to throw away his hand.
there is a Sludge Belcher, so that's going to keep him fairly safe for the moment. Going to keep that Fire Elemental alive. Unless, of course, Execute was to be played.
He actually didn't attack one of the. I think he knows that if he attacks
Yeah,
with the Death Bite, that it's just gonna kill it anyways.
yeah. Just trying to keep it alive. Good Execute, good Garrosh. Both effective moves here. He can. Oh, that's actually difficult because if he Death's Bite, he kills both his taunts, which
Yeah.
means he's not going to be able to clear the second layer of taunt from the Sludge Belcher, which is
Let's see.
quite annoying.
He could actually Shield Slam the Sludge Belcher and then run the 2 taunts into it, and then
Good, that's
Death
very
Bite
good.
the Fire Elemental.
It's going to execute the Fire Elemental by the looks of it.
So it looks like he's not gonna clear the board
He's,
if he does
he's
that.
stuck on
Does that play?
he's stuck on this decision. There's so many different options, none of them perfect here.
Yeah, you're gonna have to throw away a little bit of cards to get the advantage here.
I think the obvious choice here is to just play Garrosh and Brawl and hope.
Hopefully that you get
Let
4 damage.
RNG decide. Oh, he's running out of time. Needs to make a decision. There we go.
This is
Get to
the execute
execute.
play.
Oh, just execute. Just gonna chill. Just
I
gonna
feel like
let.
Shield Slam was a bit better. He could have cleared the board, but I think he's just banking on the
The
fact
thing
that
is, Shield Slam at this point can
awesome.
kill anything. Execute can only kill damage stuff. Shield Slam at the moment is a more valuable card.
It's true, but I mean, Sludge Belcher is one of the biggest cards in Shaman, along with the Fire Elemental.
True. He can still remove it though. There we go. Now it's on 4. So he can now clear it with the Death Spite, but he still has to work his way through. He's going to Death. It looks like that's exactly what he's going to do. But the question is, does he play Garrosh this turn? He can work his way through and get Garrosh to the face. But does he want to do that, or does he want to wait for an Alexstrasza, or wait for a better thing to pop Garrosh for?
I think he actually might be saving up. His opponent hasn't showed a Hex yet, so might be a little bit more reluctant to play anything big like that without baiting it out with maybe a Lothep.
It's true. It's a very bad hand to brawl onto as well, just because there's so much death rattle here.
Yeah, because even if he brawls and
It's a hex.
the what is it? He can't get through to kill the 4/4 because that 1/2 taunt will be in the way.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite annoying. So it's just gonna take a bit of damage now. And the board though, that's a very brawl appetizing board.
It is, but is it clean enough? I don't know.
It's
Well,
up
I
to
guess
him.
now he could actually do it now. He could do a brawl into a death bite execute
This is true. He would
on the
kill
4/4.
Yeah, he would. No, because he still can't get through the taunt. Oh, oh yeah, he has execute. Sorry, in his hand. Yes,
Yeah,
that was my mistake. He could do that, but it looks like he's just going to play safe again. Just get lower feb
yeah.
out there.
Pretty defensive player actually.
Seems so. Just waiting. He's always waiting for the next play.
All right, let's see who
And
baits
wow,
out
the
a hex.
most expensive rock biter ever.
Yeah, 6 cost Rockbiter can do an efficient trade. Also throwing away damage potential to get through the armor. This game actually might go down to fatigue.
I think so. 14 cards currently for Papastoma. So the question is, can he work his way through? And now that's nice. An unstable ghoul would help with the brawl combo.
So yeah, he did
Would
it.
allow
He
him
did it
to
last
execute
last game.
Nerubian. Yeah, he's thinking about it. Thinking about his options. He's trying to work out his way through.
Might be contemplating shield slamming first.
I think actually the smart... I don't know. Well, he's just going to end his turn, but a good choice here would be to Death Bites into the Sludge Belcher to pop the second taunt and then Brawl. Because then no matter what, once you play... After playing Unstable Ghoul, because no matter what then, the Nerubian, it might survive. If the Nerubian survives, then you can execute it, because the Unstable Ghoul will damage it.
Mm-hmm. And then all the totems will die because of the death rattle.
Exactly.
All right, so he's pushing for damage with that Flame Tongue Totem. It's definitely committing a lot to a brawl, but he really has no choice. He needs to start pushing for damage.
The thing is, it's just going to be brawling almost all totems. This is definitely an Unstable Ghoul brawl field. It's just a question of what order he does it in. He's going to armor up first. Get Straza. Yeah, there we go. He's going to pop it. And he's
Okay.
going to... Oh, does he play Unstable Ghoul? Yeah, he's thinking about it.
There he goes.
He's just
Submitting.
hovering it. He's hovering it.
It is a clean sweep if he doesn't mind burning the execute. Actually, he has to execute next turn.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He's going to... Hopefully, if the egg's the last thing that left alive, that is actually the best situation for him.
Yeah, and it.
Oh, no, wait, that gets popped.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that gets popped anyway.
Yeah.
Never mind. Well, he can shield slam it next turn. So, Nerubian, last thing on the field, and Alkair Windlord in Medicine Ball's hand.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great card. Threw away a Rockbiter, so he doesn't really have the damage output
God.
potential yet.
Now,
But
that's
he's breaking down
that's
that
a
armor.
much more brawlable field, but it can't really get there. Just going to Alex Straza, get the health down, and begin working his way through the taunts. Garrosh in his hand, ready and raring to go. Now, this Alex Straza is going to be a hex target. Definitely something to throw at hex with. There it is. So that's one hex drawn away from Garrosh.
And now, Medball should feel pretty safe in just developing a board, not really worrying about brawl.
Oh, there's Rag. I think Rag's the better play here, but he's hovering over Garrosh because will get him through the taunt at least.
Yeah, just trying to decrease the board first before playing Rag, because the Rag does have 2 death battle targets, which makes it a little...
There we go. Just going to start using Garrosh. Now he has Rag in his hand. He knows he has damage potential. So I'm just going to use Garrosh for clearing. Oh, the second hex.
Ooh, and the second hex
is he going to kill Garrosh or is he going to hex Garrosh? That's the thing. If he saves his hex, then Rag is in danger.
Yeah, he actually has a pretty... I don't think he's going to hex it. I think he actually knows that threats are bigger. Play the Alakir.
Save the hex. Alakir on the field. Still has a taunt. He's in a great position at the moment. And he's almost made his way through the armor.
So far, he's already dealt about 22 points of damage to Papastoma.
Ooh,
and that armor is 3 almost down.
Sylvanas is another good hex target if he wants it.
Yeah, Rag still a little sketchy because of that Divine Shield on Alakir and the 2 totems out on the board. Sylvanas will probably get hexed, though, if it does get played.
It's the better option, though. Just needs to draw something out. If there's no hex, then he has potential to get Alakir. If there is a hex, then he's still in a better position. He's still drawing it out for Rag.
He's
just going to silence it.
Okay, he's
very clever. Earthshock, and because the double spell damage has enough to kill through it, and saves the hex.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
This is a bad situation for Stormer. We're going to see Stormer's second deck by the looks of it. Now see, how much damage is on the board? He can survive a couple more turns, so I think Rag and then hope it hits the face over and over again. And somehow, by
Need the
some
rag to
miracle,
hit
his
twice in
opponent
a
does
row.
not target. Yeah.
It's about a
And by,
10% chance or 15% chance to hit twice in a row.
yeah. And somehow, that's if it somehow doesn't just get killed off.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to take a little damage here.
I think
But
Harrison
his
here,
actually
just to
next
draw some
turn actually
hits.
isn't bad.
No, not
His
going to
next
Harrison, just going to armor up.
his next turn is actually almost a clean board wipe. It'll just leave the two totems alive
This is true.
because he'll be able to execute
He can
the
rag on the
thing.
same turn.
Yeah, and he'll be able to rag as well. So let's
Oh no, the sludge
oh
belcher. This is a bad situation for Stobber. Needs a good top deck, but I can't think of anything in this deck that will save him at the moment.
no, I still think he has to go for that death rattle on, or the
He
death
has
bite
to.
on the Alec here, execute, and then play the rag.
Yeah, pretty much. It's his best option. That he still only has 3 minions to go through in that case.
Yeah, it'll just
So
be a
it is
sludge
still,
belcher and two totems.
yeah. Problem is, what we can see, that rag's being hexed. Not
Yeah,
much to say about it. It's gonna get hexed. But it's all he can do. There we go. Just gonna wipe everything except the Sludge Belcher and the two totems. Needs to play Rag here, I
I
feel.
think he's counting. I think he might have been tracking the cards to see where that hex was possibly, but rag is the only play here.
Yeah, here is Rag. Now, where's it gonna hit? Straight into the healing totem. Well, at
Oh,
least the Sludge Belcher isn't healed up.
I guess yeah. A little, if you're gonna be a little positive.
Yeah. Always look on the bright side of being absolutely murderized. And there's
But
GG. Medicine
yeah,
Ball
it's a
just
little.
spells his opponent to death. And doesn't even bother hexing the rag. He could have hexed the rag as well, just for style points. Doesn't even bother.
And Medball dealing over 50 points of damage to his opponent that game.
Very, very, very nice play there. So we're going to see Stommer's second deck. It is a hunter.
It is Hunter. It looks like I don't know, maybe a mid or a face Hunter. We'll have to find out with the opening hand.
The hunter is called mid or feed,
Okay.
so likely a mid one.
Oh, he's playing Leopard Gnome, which means he's playing the Undertaker, which just got drawn off the top.
This is true. Very
Uh,
nice starting hand there.
yeah.
Not so much for Medicine Ball. Not getting a single minion.
But he does have good removal for the scary board that Papa Stone is going to play.
Indeed, looks like that's what he's going to have to do. A lightning bolt or a stoneclaw axe into to try and remove the Undertaker first. So he's going to use the stone.
He's gonna do a Rock Biter and then Earthshock the Leopard Gnome, which is pretty good. Pretty good answers. It's 1-for-1 trades.
Very good
Keeping it fair.
removal. Doesn't takes 2 damage from Max from that. Not terrible at all.
Yeah, considering it's a Hunter, any point of damage you save is good.
Exactly. And now, Harvest Stomper's Field looking less good. He can Hero Power or he can Freezing Trap. And neither of those, the Hero Power definitely looking more appetizing. Freezing Trap definitely not that useful now.
Yeah, and in more of a face Hunter, you kind of want to always try to hit that hero power button every single turn.
The taunts are up. Good defense here.
Does have the Eagle Horn Bow to remove it.
Yep, going to take down one, and he will be able to play. Will be able to use the other next turn. Unfortunately, he won't be able to pop his freezing trap as of yet.
Yeah,
So
he
he
won't
won't
get
be
much
able to
value
pop
out
it
of the Scientist or the Freezing Trap, but I think he needs to get rid of the taunts now.
Yeah, he has to. Unfortunately, if he has another bow, he still has the potential. But there we go. Taunts are down. Gets out the scientist and hero power to the face.
I think he might
Health
have considered something else if that Searing Totem didn't come out. Might have considered playing the Freezing Trap and delaying the bow.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the Searing Totem does allow him to attack, pop secrets. Very risky to play something like a freezing trap against it.
Yeah. Gonna Rock Bite it.
Nope, gonna lightning bolt.
He's actually gonna pop the trap whenever it comes out.
It is snake.
It's Snake Trap. It could be a snipe. You know, who knows?
Could be. We don't know. Or at least Medicine Ball does not know.
Yeah. Because we
We're
have
seeing
not seen Papa Summon's deck yet.
It's true. This is currently the battle of the incredibly weak minions as of the moment.
It's the Battle of the Hero Powers.
Indeed.
So he is gonna pop the Snake Trap.
Gets a greetings for his
Oh,
trouble. Oh, there's
Medball
the
looks a
stab.
little.
And squelched. Oh, I bet he wished he drew that scavenging buzzard a turn earlier.
Yeah, Medball not happy with that.
Considering his options, he has the chicken, which is never an option unless
Yeah,
he has a Houndmaster.
also considering the Hunter's Mark, Medball does have Lightning Storm next turn, so it actually could clear the board fairly well.
I think Hunter's Mark's a good play here. Just remove the Ire Drake. Azir, sorry. Been playing StarCraft.
Whoa, going for the Leroy here.
Well, he can remove it. Gets everything down and now has really good ball control. But this Lightning Storm will take out Leroy. Just even more reason to play it this turn.
Yeah, pushing for a lot of damage this turn. Has no real way to. Is he gonna clear the Haunted Creeper as well? Is the question.
There is a possibility he can Rock Biter to clear it. Question is, will he? Nope, he's just going to take it out.
Just gonna Lightning Storm.
Going to play his own Haunted Creeper. Doesn't really care about the Spectral Spiders too much.
So we know that Papa is a little doesn't have enough burst to get his opponent down, but he just draws a kill command. Oh man.
He can chicken kill command. That will take his opponent down to quite low actually. That even very close to lethal.
So he has 7 damage. He'll be down to 4, which puts his opponent on a two turn timer, which actually isn't a bad play.
As a shaman, there's no healing.
Yeah, actually wouldn't be surprised if that was his play.
It's a possibility. Spectral Spiders.
No,
Not going to do it though.
Delayed a little bit.
Gonna save.
I mean, that damage will always be there.
Gets a Flame Tongue and already has a Sludge Belcher, so quite a lot of damage potential. Pops a Freezing Trap, so down. That's exactly why Searing Totem is a risky thing to play against.
Yeah.
Now he has a Searing Totem that he just never needs to play in his hand.
It's probably one of the few times that Searing Totem is actually useful.
Pulls a Flare. Gonna use it. Houndmaster. Just gonna continue hitting his opponent in the face then. Just try to work his way down. He's very close to lethal.
He actually does have lethal next turn. No matter.
Oh, he does.
Pretty much no matter what Medicine Ball does.
Well, Medicine Ball can kill. Oh no, wait, no, he can't. So yeah, the Medicine Ball needs to win this turn.
Yeah, it looks like he has 12, 13, 15 damage. He's not going to be able to burst him down. It's definitely not 23. If the Flame Tongue was out, maybe.
He can Alkair with a Rock Biter. That's not going to make a difference.
No, that Flame Tongue had been out last turn in order for this to be lethal this turn. But we do know that this is game for Medball.
Yeah, this is true. Going to take out the Haunted Creeper. Yeah, Spectral Spiders. There's nothing that's going to save him here. Even if he gets a taunt out of this. Yeah, not enough.
Kill Command's going to go straight for the face.
He's just making taunts, hexing his own minion just to try and get some defense out of it. But he doesn't realize the damage is already there. And he's going to win with the power of the chicken.
And the chicken is the saving grace.
Once again, chicken, the victory.
Smart for Papa Sama to keep that in his hand and not try to draw more out of it.
So it's a good thing that chicken does exist. So that is a 3-1 for Stoma.
Yeah, that's the end of the semifinals match, or semifinals round for this one. I think there's one more game playing right now, I believe.
No, I believe we're doing the second one. I think we're doing all the semi-final ones, and then we're just doing the final.
Okay.
So I believe the second game will be Hero Boy versus Ollie for the win. Those are the other two who made their way to the semi-finals. I do not know if we're going to a break first, though, or if we're going straight in. But okay, it looks like we're going to go to a 10-minute break. But just before we do, allow me to quickly remind you all to support the sponsors of this very nice tournament here. We have Cooler Master CM Storm, and the games are being taken place today at Good Game